What's going on, everybody? Gunner here from Bert's Black Widow Harley-Davidson and Bert's Barracuda Harley-Davidson. Today we are bringing you everything that is new in 2019. I'm here with sales expert and former parts manager Fuzz. The first and most obvious thing to talk about is the new model this year, the FXDR.
One thing is that it does have 119 foot-pounds of torque, but when Harley measures it, usually they measure it at the crank, so it's not at the rear wheel, even though it still have probably over 100 foot-pounds of torque. There is some loss between the crank and the rear wheel. So when you do a dyno pull, it measures the foot-pounds of torque and the horsepower that is actually going down to the ground at the rear wheel. The rear wheel sits on a drum that spins and it does all this math stuff and figures out all that. When we're talking about doing it from the crank, it's just measuring how much foot-pounds of torque is coming out right there at the crank, where the crank meets the pulley, where the pulley mounts onto the belt.
Do they do that to jack up the numbers?
I don't know if they do it to jack up the numbers. I mean, it's still an accurate thing. They just don't say it's from the crank.
Could this bike take on the Indian Scout?
Yeah.
You think it was like an answer to the Indian?
I kind of think it was an answer to the Indian Scout.
Of course, with every model year, you get new colors, and this one is a mixture. This year in particular is a mixture of repeat and a lot of new colors actually for a model year. This looks like a track bike.
It does.
Right off the back.
And if you notice, look at the fairing, between the fairing and it's got like a chin shroud on it now.
Good body kit.
Yeah.
Lightning silver and charred steel with black hole.
Well, I wasn't real sure about that color till I just saw a live video somebody was doing from the dealer show, and it showed it in a different than just in a picture. And it looked really cool.
The limited got a little wacky with the names.
Yeah.
The names are quite eccentric. This one's magnetic gray and wineberry with red pepper.
Yeah, I don't know where they come up with these names.
I like dark gray and red personally.
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me. Well, it's also, I think it's going to be one of those things that you're going to have to see it in the sun, too.
Yeah.
You know, because you can tell that the red, there's two different reds on there.
We got wineberry.
I guess that's the wineberry and the pepper.
Yeah. I don't know which is which.
Yeah, I don't mean. But yeah, overall it goes, I mean, it looks good.
Then you have, this one looks like that gunmetal gray.
The gunship gray we had last year.
They did a fade last year of the same. This one's lighter, though.
Yeah. So that looks more like it's more of the gunship.
Yeah.
Gunship gray from last year, but a fade.
Auburn Sunglow and black hole with rich bourbon.
What the hell is black hole? Are they like referring to a black hole in space? Like, is that dark of a black or something? Or?
Yes, Fuzz. They always come out with new blacks. It's Black Tempest, Black Sunglow, Black Hole. It's just the same black.
Black is black. And rich bourbon, I'm guessing that's supposed to be like whiskey.
I think gravy would be a great name for that. Turkey gravy. Charred steel and lightning silver.
What is it? Denim again on the bottom? Is that what it looks like? Or is it gloss?
No, it's gloss. Yeah. And then it has the red.
But it says Harley-Davidson in the bags, right?
Yeah. Well, at least on that bag. Oh, yeah, both bags. Street 500, Street 750. Not a huge seller at all here. Besides they use them in the riding academy, but I think like with the Indian plan and in the countries that limit CCs, because what are they? They're like 499, right? Yeah. CC, so you can ride them in like Calcutta or whatever.
I actually have a friend who lives in Bangkok.
Any restrictions?
Yeah, he bought a Sportster, and a lot of people were giving him shit, and he was like, "You don't want to ride a bagger around here; you'll get killed." So that's one of the reasons why.
Well, like
just because of traffic and stuff. It's not the bigger bikes that you can't maneuver as good in that kind of traffic. So he actually bought a Sportster for that reason.
That makes sense because I know the scooter lifestyle is pretty big.
Yeah,
you can pack like 7 people on those.
Oh.
I've seen it. It's crazy going to school.
I'm not crazy about that.
You don't like it? God, what is this? Do we live close to? It's just St. Pete?
Yeah.
Crime capital of Florida. So billiard blue.
Right.
I just thought it was billiard.
Billiard. Like pool table.
Yeah. Do you know what color the blue ball was?
Number 2.
Is it really?
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know. Are you good at pool?
Mm-hmm.
Do you hustle people?
No.
That's admirable. The Heritage.
The Heritage has got a badass paint scheme. But we got 4 of those in today.
Mm-hmm.
Some are 107s and some are 114s. And in person, they look really badass.
Did you like the rawhide?
I did like the rawhide.
Oh, they make it in gloss too. Okay.
Yeah, there's a rawhide gloss and a rawhide denim.
Yeah, this might be the denim. No, it's not. They didn't make it for the Heritage.
No.
Okay, and then here's a brand new color, kinetic green. I feel like every year Harley does a green, they totally destroy it with these decals. Like this year, remember this?
Oh yeah.
But I really would have liked this if they didn't have the
crazy decals.
Yeah, like the tribal tattoos on it.
That's like the radiation green that we had, that custom paint set they did.
Oh god.
Then they did all the tribal black stuff all over it.
You got one of these?
Yeah, we got a rawhide denim breakout in today. And then it's nice.
I always like new denims. I didn't like the red rust denim though.
Oh yeah.
That went through me for a loop. Blue Max. So that's just the kinetic green, except that.
Okay, so we got a Sportster today with that paint on it.
Ooh, that's nice.
It is nice. And then they did an industrial grade denim in the Street Glide Special this year.
What's it? Oh, we didn't talk about this one. The scorched orange.
Yeah, the two-tone. There's going to be some people that are not going to be happy that Harley did that. A couple of years ago, it's very similar to some of the CVO paint jobs that they had. But look at it from the front, like around where the headlight is and stuff. That's similar to some of the CVO paint jobs that they have done in the past.
Are denims typically harder to clean than glossy?
Denims will show fingerprints just from the oil residues in your fingers and skin. So you have to have a special paint cleaner. You have to have that denim spray cleaner to spray on there and get it off. You can't just use a rag and wipe it off. It doesn't work that way.
See, I have a denim bike, but I just don't ever clean it. So.
That's the way to go.
Yeah. So I heard there's some bad news for people, including a lot of our employees who just bought a 2018 special. The Road King, the Road Glide, and the Street Glide now come with a 114 instead of a 107.
Correct. And I'm one of those people. I have a brand new 2018 that I've had for about a month. I kind of knew where Harley was going to go. Or I didn't know per se, but I kind of had a feeling where they were going to go. They were going to put the 114 in the specials. And I wasn't really worried about that because, I can build a motor. So, but for other people, it is going to be they're going to be very upset about it.
The touchscreen for the touring?
That's one thing I'm really interested in, looking at and seeing and playing around with. I know, like with my bike, whenever I hook my phone to it and I want to play music through it, it loses some of the audio capability, I guess. The sound, it's not as loud as like the regular radio when you run through Bluetooth. So I'm interested to see if they've figured out a way to
fix that.
Yeah, fix that problem. I've heard that it's like Apple Play in the cars.
It might just be me, but I've always had like a pretty finicky time with the navigation. It's always been kind of skippy. Do you know if they put a better processor in there to make everything run smoother?
They did. On the older bikes from 2014 to 2018, it was called a 6.5 GT Infotainment System. This year, it'll be called a 6.5 GTS Infotainment System.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which is, it looks almost like somebody took an iPad or a tablet and stuck it in the screen. There's no more rubber buttons on it. It's all glass. It's supposedly, I've been told it's Gorilla Glass. Some people have been complaining about the screen protectors on the previous year bikes. When they sit out in the sun, they fade real bad, and you can't get to where you can't even see your radio screen. So I think that was Harley's reaction to make that problem go away.
A little bit of a growing pain.
Yeah.
For technology. Do you think that that'll fit a 2018?
It will not fit a 2018.
You got shafted.
Thanks for digging that knife in deeper, buddy. I've already looked into it. It won't fit.
You can just trade in.
That's okay. All my parts that I put on my 2018 will fit on a 2019. So
there you go. Okay, so a lot of people are saying that this is now going to cost $30,000, which probably isn't too far. MSRP at 27.
Yeah, and you've got a bigger motor. once again, the prices went up last year because of the blacked out. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you take a regular standard and do that, it's going to be $3,000 to $4,000 to do what they did from the factory. So, and now, you know, they put a bigger motor in it, which, you know, if you do it on your own, about 107 and build it up to a 114, it's going to equal out to be the same thing. Maybe even a little bit more expensive.
Everyone was a bit confused because we heard that there was going to be an EV, an electric motorcycle, come out in 2019. Are we looking for a mid-year release or what? I'm
not 100% sure because they said that they would release it in 2019. A lot of people got confused and thought that meant that it would be a 2019 model. It still could be because they do release 2019 and a half models, which would be a mid-year release. But from what I understood and the stuff that I've read, it's more than likely going to be released in the physical year of 2019 and be a 2020 model. We just have to wait and see.
Which is what happened with the 48 Special and the...
And it's what happened with the Street. If you remember back in 2014 when the Streets came out, they actually came out as a 2015 model in 2014.
FXDR, new colors, some new tech, and look forward to the mid-year release. Really go to your local Harley-Davidson dealership to see everything. The website, I don't really think is an accurate description of most of the colors.
You got to go see the colors in person. It doesn't do it justice looking at a picture online. Even looking at the picture or looking at a paint sample in the book doesn't do it justice because I saw those a couple months ago.
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. We are trying to hit 1K. When we do hit 1K, we are giving away a special prize. Fuzz, do you have any idea what prize that is?
I have no idea.
Me either. When we hit 1K, we'll figure out what prize we are giving away. But it's going to be something big. Bert said I have to give away something big. And so we're going to do that.
Bert said you got to give away something big. You better give away something big.